She got the worst experience I've seen in one of these shows yet. She almost died every episode. It is ridiculous. Can't she just go to the beach one day and chill? No, she almost get kidnapped and killed. She can't do nothing. All right, so they tried their best not to make me feel like I was going insane. But basically, what happened was when she came in there, she was able to get off the emergency contact SOS, and that's how he got alerted to her about to be killed, and that's how he got there. Then they showed her being upset, he racing off to see her to get her, and then as he was cutting, he saw him and ran away, and that's where it became like it was just falling more. It wasn't actually him cutting it. That's how he saved him. But good thing they actually came back because I was so confused as to why he ain't pulled him up. He came back and he said, I'm about to finish this job right now and try to off both of you. So they used their little powers or whatever. And instead of falling, they just disappeared into this stairwell. And that's where she started breaking down in tears, crying. Obviously, it's a lot going on. She got the worst experience I've seen in one of these shows yet. She almost died every episode. It is ridiculous. Can't she just go to the beach one day and chill? No, she almost get kidnapped and killed. She can't do nothing. So I feel bad for her. But her other dude that also was emergency contact, I forget his name. He also came, was looking for her or whatever. It's pretty much a love triangle at this point, which they can tell. She was talking about how he was enjoying it, which because he is the killer is a creep. So he was enjoying watching her die. Then all of a sudden, both of them had the same revelation, I suppose, that they both wanted to marry her now. So he said, Can I marry you? And then my mans came out there and said the exact same thing. So now she got a love triangle. We already knew that was coming anyway, but it's official now. She got to choose. So they went, she said, I need some time to think. So she started to think. She's still trying to figure it out. Don't know. He mad because uh, not you putting me against some standard human. Obviously, he got a God complex. Anyways, he's starting to like a little bit of human stuff. He liked the coffee, instant coffee, all that stuff. So she went to go see her. She also works at the job to talk about tarot cards and try to figure out what she should do. Basically, it's the name of the episode Wheel of Fortune, where it basically just say a new beginnings. It's not something that ends, but it's new beginnings. So she reads into that. And then all of a sudden, they still talking. He really confesses love that he'd been loving her for a long time. So she had to think about that because obviously it's brand new. You was really brother sister, low key. Now you trying to do a little bit more. So, anyways, she's still contemplating that. He was still getting flashbacks of when he saw her in the aisleway. So they had a man-to-man conversation about all of the stuff and who gonna protect who. Both of them said the same thing. I want to protect her. So she asked, like, why did you even ask me to get married? He say just because, but he say a little bit more after that. But they move over to them doing the ribbon cutting on some new construction, I believe. And she come up there with her big boss brain and said, basically, you ain't got that much time left. I'm getting married tomorrow. So she gonna make her decision really soon. So already setting it up. She already in the dress. Literally next scene, she's shooting a little commercial for her food products or whatever. Then she got Mima come see her, which is really nice because she needed. Girl is stressed. And then we went to the next scene where definitely the family still doing what the family does. The wedding is going off without a hitch, and she marries the demon. Decision was made to marry him due to the fact that he said, I don't want you to die. That's all she needed from him. I don't want you to die. My man's really poured his heart out, really gave her the reasons as to why you would be a good couple. And he just said, I don't want you to die. And that's it. That's what sealed the deal. So now she married this man and everything, he basically stopped the wedding a little bit to be his usual self. Talking about some, I can't do eternity with you, so you gotta change those words. And it's just a little tradition and not really gonna hold you to it. He talking about take everything seriously. So this guy make it about himself again during the wedding. I don't know what she's seeing this nigga. Anyways, let's keep going. Then we got the creepy son again with his bad teeth. This is the weird boy. He kind of popped his head back up. She's starting to suspect him because he is a weird boy. They had this little weird scene where they had to kiss and he put his thumb there or whatever, trying to make sure that they keep a little bit of a distance. But we all know what's gonna happen sooner than later. So they were very much so pretending to be the perfect couple, and then all of a sudden he sees her and she go talk to him and says, this ain't nothing but a little routine. Don't trust me. Ain't no feelings here. Lies on top of lies. But she basically was trying to reassure him that it wasn't, you always gonna be my friend, you always gonna be this. I'm like, all right, girl, you already told him what it really is. You would pick a stranger demon that just say I don't want you to die over the man that's been around for a while. So it is what it is. Anyways, they go off in the sunset. Then they have a conversation around the killer and him being mad about them getting married and not being able to do anything. Then they finally move in together and he starts to use his powers to clean. She enjoys it. Then she wants to go get her blouse back because she threw it away. I didn't think it was going to be that significant of a blouse, but apparently it is. So she wanted to go get her blouse back because this is the blouse that he saved her in. They did a little tango in. And then all of a sudden, he was able to find more information and he started looking up the Demon's Foundation, trying to figure out, and what's up with this guy? I think, again, I don't know if he's friend or foe. So I still think he's foe, to be honest, but I would rather seen her with him. That would have been an interesting more plot than the demon. Anyways, they continue on. She starts to see that creepy smile again from Weird Boy. She like, definitely him. So she suspect him. They had a little cute interaction where they were talking about washing up and they couldn't sleep. They tossing and turning because they basically they already in it. It's already written in the stars. You know what I mean? But we saw an interesting flashback because it said the new beginning stuff. I'm assuming now that these two were lovers back in the day as well. And he's going to remember his human form and his human life. And they're going to be, oh, destined to be together or whatever. So I think that's what's going to happen next because we did see a glimpse of a woman dancing with swords and it looked just like old girl. I think that's what's going to happen next. He keeps seeing flashes of his human life. All right. And then they had another conversation early in the morning. Then we flash to the weird boy. He over there choking somebody out. I'm also, you ain't gonna die. Get up. You just playing. I'm like, bro, the dude's crazy. So they went on an incognito mission to trail the crazy man, weird boy. And they found more information about him being a weird boy. And then all of a sudden they were still following him. They went into this little photo booth, almost got caught by him. So instead of being caught, he decided to distract and give a little smooch. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm assuming that's going to be enough to get the dude away from them and they're not going to notice what they're doing or who they are. But that's another situation which caused them to finally truly kiss and lock lips. We'll see what happens next.